Hello, my name is Susan Rushton, as you know, and this is Olio. And before I go any further, I need to explain what Olio means. It is short for olla podrida, which is Spanish for rotten bowl, which I just get such a kick out of. And it's a Spanish Portuguese dish with pork in all its iterations. Pork feet, bacon, sausage, they're pig's ears, that's what I was talking about, as well as chicken, chickpeas, cabbage, carrot, beans, onions, and garlic, of course. Part of melodrama. So you might have somebody outside of the melodrama, what's going on, somebody singing, somebody juggling, somebody telling jokes, etc. So it's apples, oranges, and a monkey wrench. So welcome to my monkey wrench. Okay, so we have our guest today is Cheryl Maki, and you know Cheryl Maki. Because
Maybe.
She's, of course, you've been around for how long? 20, 30?
I've lived here 50 years.
Oh, 50 years, okay. And you've been, what have you been?
I've been on the city council.
City council.
And I've been the mayor.
Yes.
3 terms.
3 terms, yes. Thank you.
All non-consecutive.
Okay.
So it's kind of spread out, so it seems like I've done it a million times, but I really haven't.
Okay. And one of the things, I'm sure you're involved in other things, but one of the things you are involved in is that you are president of the board of directors at the State Theatre.
Yes, I am.
How long have you been doing that?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Good.
Because you told me in advance that you were going to ask me that, so it gave me a time to do some research because I really didn't know. I kept telling people, I don't know, 15, 16, 17 years,
Wow.
I don't remember. So I kind of did some research, and back in 2000, a group started meeting downstairs in the Rose Room at City Hall when I was on the city council. And I would go in there and listen to them talk. They were trying to figure out a way to get a performing arts center in Auburn, and I'm not really artistic, but I do have a very artistic son who's interested me in the arts.
And you know people.
Yes, lots of people that have convinced me economically arts are good for the community, and
Yes.
I believe that. And so I listened, and then in 2002, I believe it was, that we decided as a city council to do a study to see if it would be economically feasible to have a performing arts center in the city of Auburn. This group
Yes.
convinced us
Yes.
of that. Yes. And it, of course, came back that we should do that. And so this group formed, and at that time, they were called the Performing Arts. It was called the Auburn Placer Performing Arts Center. Since then, it's been changed to the Auburn State Theatre. But they had always planned on buying or building a theater, but their focus started to center on purchasing the State Theater from the Lardners. And about that time, Monroe and I'm still not on the board yet.
Okay.
Monroe and I Monroe Desjardins, who was also on our board.
Yeah.
Actually, Bud Pasaric was our president at that
Bud
time.
and Monroe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Monroe and I went to Washington, D.C. to lobby for money to buy the State Theater. And actually, John Denver, oh gosh.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I feel terrible when I make a mistake, but you're laughing. Oh, that's wonderful. Good for you.
Oh my goodness. And he's not even close to John Denver. John Doolittle,
Okay.
Former congressman, did give us $100,000.
Wow.
Well, he didn't personally, but HUD did.
Pushed it.
We got a grant from HUD, and they gave us $100,000. Then a group was formed from the theater to go and ask people for donations to, not donations, but to invest in the building. That's when I joined the board, Jane Hanna talked me into it. She was the economic development director for the city of Auburn at that point. She
Do
said,
I have to? Yes, you must.
yes,
You
you
should.
must. We need some business
You
people
would be
on the board.
Really delighted to do this. Yes.
So we got 20 investors. We needed $25,000 each, and the $100,000, and then we had a $250,000 line of credit promised to us, and the building was $800,000. So
Woo!
that's and actually people invested more, so we didn't need to use the $250,000. So we were able to buy the building.
Okay.
And then a few years ago, probably 10 years ago, we paid off the investors with a loan we got and some donations, and we took out a mortgage, and we have a very small mortgage still on the building. But we're very proud of that. And actually, we probably would have paid that mortgage off this year had the ceiling not fallen.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's probably about 2004 I got on the board.
Okay.
So that was a long way of telling you, but I wanted to
that's
give
fine.
you that history.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yes.
And it's lovely that all this money came.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes,
That's
people-
because we're in Auburn.
Yes. It was a really good thing for my heart. I
Yeah.
felt like people really believed in what we were doing.
Good.
And they still do,
Yes.
in
Yeah.
spite of everything.
And
Yeah.
by everything you mean the fact that the State Theatre is closed.
Yes.
But
Oh,
even,
yes.
Even so.
Right. They, we get donations all the time. People are sending checks. And we haven't started our capital campaign, but they know we're
When are
going
you going
to.
to start?
Probably March.
Okay.
Our feasibility study and our, what is that other study? There's one other study. Or our design from HGA will be done. And we have a preliminary design already. It's beautiful. And
Of course it is.
it's gorgeous. And then when we're done with that, then we can go out and tell people what we think will work and why we think it'll work and how much it's going to cost. So we'll probably be starting the capital campaign
Capital campaign.
around March. Yeah,
Tell them again.
March.
Capital campaign.
Capital campaign, March.
And how are we going to know about it?
Oh, you'll know. We'll be doing lots of outreach to people that have already, we have a list of people that have been donors over the years. They'll be calling them, and we'll be doing presentations at service clubs and the whole board. We have a very wonderful board. Most boards, you sit and you talk and you give direction to people to do things.
And
Our
they,
board,
and they don't remember to do
right. Our board is a working board. They all do things. Everybody. I mean, I have to give kudos to Paul Ogden. I mean, this man has been there from day one.
Uh-huh.
We actually gave him the name. We gave him a title. President Emeritus, which he's the only one that holds that title forever, because he's so willing to do anything. I mean, he keeps all the minutes. And even at every fundraiser, he and Barbara are out there dragging in chairs and tables.
Oh, nice.
I mean,
Good.
it's
Good
midnight.
for them.
Good for them
Yes.
is right.
Yes.
I mean, God bless him.
Yes.
And, just like, there's just so many people. And so many people in the community that just want to help and call and ask what they can do. And it's been so heartwarming, really. I can't tell you.
Okay.
I mean, we have, the people at, oh Lord, what can I say about the all the service clubs? Every one of the service clubs. Ed Sprocka from the Odd Fellows. I mean, they have let us put all of our events up there, do all the movies, anything we want.
That's across the street from the theater. Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
upstairs, for no cost.
Really?
No cost.
Oh my God.
Yes, they
I had no idea.
never charge us something.
Oh.
Right. The same,
Oh.
and the same with the First Congregational Church. You know, we've been doing
They
our
don't-
staff
they don't-
performances there for a few years now, 5 years or more.
And they let you do it for free.
For free, yes, and we charge
And
some of
across-
our performances
so-
for a stack. We charge, some are free. Radio shows are free, but when we did the Christmas Carol and things like that, we charge, and they don't charge us, and that it's free. Dance Basic is the one that. I mean, seriously, don't make me cry, because I will. I'm a
Oh,
crier.
yeah? Don't make me cry. I'm crying
I mean,
now.
seriously, you know.
And I'm yelling.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yes. I mean,
I had been thinking forever that
Yes.
oh well, of course this is a back and forth
Right.
and of course they're going to charge and
no, they don't charge. They don't charge us, and they, I mean, they literally ask what else can they do. I mean, this is the type of people they are.
have
I
you
mean,
have you said that has that information been
Assimilated? Oh yeah, and
I
it will
haven't known
continue.
that.
Oh well, you know, the thing is, it's hard for us because we don't. I mean, we always thank them in all of our
Sure.
any type of
yes
on the television that
Yeah.
we have, and and on the any media that we do, anything, Facebook or even in the newspaper. But it's very difficult because nobody's coming in the theater. But trust me, when the theater is open, these people are going to get very huge kudos.
Okay.
So yes, it's going to be.
can I
good.
share that
Yes.
okay thank you
Yes, of course.
I will share it you'll
This is public, isn't it?
yeah
Public television.
I'll share it even more
Right.
wow.
Yes. And all of our service organizations, I mean, I don't want to point any of them out because they've all helped. Every one of them. I mean, they're just incredible. And even, you know, the Auburn Indians have helped. And I mean, just
Everybody.
everybody. It's wonderful. It really is.
Oh, jeez.
They know how hard we're working.
What else can we possibly talk about?
I don't know.
Gosh. Okay. Is there, okay, since I've asked that, I have been there in the corner and saying, please don't come in
Yes.
because we're working in here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know when that might be finished?
Well, no, I don't know, to be
Okay.
perfectly frank with you. But let me explain a little bit why it's taken so long.
Well, it's an
and
old place, for
I
one
think
thing.
that's what people really need to know. By the way, it was the ceiling that came down. A lot of people say roof, but it's ceiling.
Okay.
The roof is fine. We put a $200,000 roof on there less than 10 years ago. So we have a very nice roof. But the trusses, those are those big beams that go across
Yeah.
that the roof is, ceiling is attached to.
Yeah.
And over the years, plaster and stucco and whatever, and the beams got old and they failed.
Yes.
And even the professionals that went in the night before, because we had cracks, and we could see a little bit of dust falling out.
Oh.
I was there, I took pictures of it.
Yeah.
And one professional said to me, oh, it's not going to come down anytime soon, but, you know, we should probably close down the theater, which we had already done a week before.
Okay.
It came down the next morning at 6 a.m. So nobody was really...
Nobody was there.
Yeah,
That's
thank God.
nice.
Thank God. And it only really came down in one place and then kind of pulled some other things down. But the horrible part about it was it had asbestos. So and it only had like 2 or 3% asbestos, but everything
so.
had to be thrown away.
Yeah.
All of our beautiful
Chairs.
chairs.
Chairs with Don's and my name on them. On
Yes,
one.
mine. I bought a whole row.
Oh, did you
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
I love those chairs.
so they all had to be thrown out. Then everything had to be cleaned. Things had to be taken down. We had scaffolding. It all had to be remediated. All the electronics, all the lights, even our beautiful lights broke. Our curtains, fortunately, our beautiful piano that had been donated to us by Bobby.
Yes.
Machado was
Yes,
covered.
Bobby Machado. Thank you, Bobby
Yes.
Machado.
It was covered and protected.
Oh, good.
So it is off-site
Yes.
in a storage area being taken care of. So everything from the auditorium or the theater part to the green room, to the stage, to the stairwells, everything. And that took well over a year to do.
I
It
can
was
imagine.
just a massive project.
Yeah.
Then when something like that happens, you have to have seismic retrofit when you put the beams back in. Seismic is earthquake proof.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
so they had to put all these big bolts and, you know, that all has to be done. And there's still more to be done of seismic retrofitting. And we had to figure out if the building was, if it was feasible for that building to have that done. So all these tests and all these people, contractors and engineers and architects, it's all been very time consuming and overwhelming.
Yes.
But that's all done now. So the most important part now is making sure that we have a proper design and we have the money to move forward. Now, all this other stuff's been paid for.
Mm-hmm.
Well over $1.5 million.
Wonderful.
It's all paid for. And we've been very frugal with our money. And because we have a working board.
Yeah.
And I want to say something about Rod Tompkins. The day the ceiling came down, Bernie Schroeder, who's on our board, said to me, we have one person on our board at that time who wanted to handle everything. He didn't have the ability or the knowledge to do it. She said, we need to call Rod Tompkins. And we both knew Rod Tompkins. Randy and I had done work with him when we had our company. I said, yes, let's call Rod, because Rod is an expert. He remodeled the courthouse.
Okay.
Now that's an expert, right?
Yeah.
The city hall, the police
Yeah,
station.
yeah.
He's done lots of historical buildings. So Rod came right down and started helping us, and his company's been involved since. Now I want to give a shout out to him. He does not charge us for his time. Can you imagine that? Now we do pay
Yes.
for his staff time at a discounted rate, and we pay for his office staff whenever they have to do things, and you know and we have to pay for subcontractors. But he doesn't charge us a dime for his own time, which would be extraordinarily expensive. So, what a wonderful man! What a wonderful man!
He's in Auburn.
Yes.
Therefore,
Yes.
he's a wonderful
Yes,
man.
yes, exactly. Anyway, so I just wanted to
Yes.
make that point before I forgot. And so he's been in charge of the whole construction project. And Colleen, our executive director, has been helping, because she's been in the construction trades. And so she's been on the team too, as Bernie, who was in, a city engineer. And so she's been on the team as well. And so we have, really talented people that are working. Paul Breckenridge, who's been a community advisor for 20 years. He works for the county and he is an architect. And so he's on the team. So we have a lot of good people working hard.
That's fabulous.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. Very, very fortunate. So, and we're moving along as fast as we can. We really are. So, when it's going to be done, I can't say.
Okay.
But I will tell you that it will be the most beautiful theater.
In the world.
Well, maybe not in the world, I
Okay.
don't know, but maybe to us it will be.
Yeah.
But it will be the most beautiful theater that you would have ever hoped for.
Yes.
You know,
Okay.
it will be gorgeous, and
Yes.
you're going to love it.
Yes.
We'll be so proud of it,
Yes.
all of us.
Absolutely. I'm
Yes.
already proud of it.
Yes.
And the reason I'm proud of it, I guess, well, one of the reasons I'm proud of it is that the information changes all the time. There's that little place where people are, or at least 2, maybe 3 people are working. It's open,
Yes.
and if I need help, I go in there
Yes.
and they help me.
Yes. We have a wonderful staff.
Yes.
Yes. Leah, Crystal, Christine.
Yes.
And well, we actually have volunteers that work in there too, which
Yes.
is amazing to me. June Hagen has been doing all of our movies, and getting the movies, setting them up and everything. She's a volunteer.
Yes.
And she spends a lot of time doing that, and we are so fortunate to have her.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's just, you know, we do work with a very small staff that is paid, and Colleen, our executive director, is paid, but not enough for what she does. And, but that's it.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. Everybody else is working, you know, just because of their love of the theater. And I would say Colleen probably puts in twice as much time as she gets paid for, if not more. So, you know, it's just, and we insisted that we pay her something.
Yeah. Okay.
So, because otherwise we'd hire somebody else to be an executive director and pay them. We would, because we need somebody. And we need somebody that can help us through this transition too. So we'll probably be eventually finding another executive director so Colleen can just work on the capital campaign and do the things that she really knows how to do. And that's probably what we're going to be doing eventually.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you don't know when it's going to be open.
No.
This year, next year, you don't.
Let's see.
It's
This
not
year,
positive?
probably not this year.
Okay.
Maybe next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We would love to be. I mean, nobody would like it to be open sooner than us on
Right.
the board.
Yes.
I mean, we have been pushing and pushing and pushing. And everybody, when somebody tells us, oh no, we can't get that report to you for another 30 days. Oh, we push.
Yeah.
No. You know,
Okay.
so yeah, I mean, we are not dragging our feet. Like I told you, we're a working board.
Yes.
We aren't just sitting there waiting for things to happen. We are pushing for things to happen.
Oh, good.
And it's just the process. And if there hadn't been so much damage, I don't know. Did you see the film that we made?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, we did a film and showed it at Cocktails and Cinema.
Okay.
And the people that saw that film understand.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
what the damage was done. And I think you can get that. They didn't give that to you to show on ACTV. We should do that.
You should.
Yeah, I will mention that to Colleen and get
Loved
that. So,
Good.
Yeah, because it might be good to show people so that we can
Absolutely.
give them some perspective as to why it's been taking so long. And maybe do a interim, what it looks like now, and then, you know,
Sure.
that sort of thing. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
we're going to have all brand new bathrooms.
Oh!
Yay! Yay!
Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah.
That's one of the best things about
Yeah.
it. The only good thing that could come from this is that we're going to have brand new
Oh,
bathrooms.
that's not the only good thing.
No. We're going to have a larger stage. Hopefully, we might have a mezzanine,
Okay.
which would add more seats.
Yes.
It depends on the capital campaign. We're gonna have at least as many seats as we had, and then if we can raise enough money, we might have a mezzanine, which would include more seats. So we're hopeful for that.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Yes. Yes. So I'm also wondering about what's a truss repair and seismic retrofits.
Okay, well that's those beams I'm telling you about.
Okay.
Those were those big beams that go
Okay.
across. That's a truss, and those broke.
Yeah.
And that's why the ceiling came down.
Okay.
And we think they broke not only from age, but from the weight of the ceiling, many years of putting stuff on top of the
Okay.
ceiling. And then the seismic upgrades are those big things I told you they put in for earthquake.
Okay.
They're like, and you know, I'm not an expert by any means, but they do put some sort of plates in with the beams, and you've probably seen them but didn't know what they were. And they're going to have to go out in the hallway too, but they're painted over to make the building safe if an earthquake comes when it shakes. But our building is relatively
Yeah.
well built. Because
Yes.
we've had everything done to check it out.
Yeah.
They've even done a video. What do? You scan it so you can see through it.
I
They-
suppose.
Yeah, it's interesting that they've done that. I mean, it's incredible what they've done to check that building out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So, and you have mentioned that people provide money,
yes,
and you've talked about checks.
yes.
Is there another way to do it? Do they say, do this, this is for this particular thing, or?
Well, on the capital campaign, they're going to be given that opportunity.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. But you know what I need to say?
Please, tell me what you need to say.
I want to tell people about our all of our events that are coming up. We're having an acoustic guitar series, and we have movies every week. You go to www.auburnstatetheatre.org, and you can get your tickets there, or you can call. Oh, I don't know why my mind is so blank.
I do. I know. You've got so much.
530-885-0156, or just go by the theater at 985 Lincoln Way. We also have an acoustic guitar series that's going to start at the, well, we already had one first portion of it, and then we're going to have another one on, and his name is Mark Teichholz. And he's very well known in the acoustic guitar series. I don't know. And, oh yes, and Stack is going to be putting on Grave Mistakes. That's our State Theater acting company. Grave Mistakes starting on February 28th. You can get your tickets, and there's going to be several performances.
Yeah. This is
Thank you.
exciting. This is really exciting.
Yes.
I love the fact that, oh, there's this. Oh, gee.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
There's this. There's this. That's thrilling.
Yes, yes. There's a lot
Cheryl,
going
that's
on.
Absolutely thrilling.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for letting me do
Yes.
that.
Because yeah, there's the theater can't be used, but still, this theater is being used.
Yes.
In another way,
Yes.
and helped by a bunch of people, which makes me thrilled.
Yes,
That's
thank you.
Just wonderful.
Yes.
And you've been involved since 2002?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably 22 years,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah, just
Okay.
about. I think I got on the board 20 years ago. Yeah, somewhere around there.
And how long have you been the president?
Just since last June. I've been vice president several times, I noticed in the book. But I don't think I was ever
guess
president.
so. Okay, okay.
And I
Well,
was treasurer once, and I was secretary once. I don't know.
back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
that sounds familiar.
yeah.
Okay.
I think every time they wanted me to be president, I was mayor or something. I don't know.
Okay.
That happened
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so this has been Cheryl Maki, president of the board of directors at the State Theatre, and she's encouraging information, encouraging money, encouraging loving this area and loving the State Theatre.
Yes, please do.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching.